Hey guys, it is Sandra here. So we had Jackson's appointment today, and I thought I'd just come on and, sorry, tell you kind of what's new with him, what's going on. It was his 2-year appointment. For one reason or another, we didn't do the 2-year at his exact 2-year. So he turned 2 in September. So anyway, he got a couple of immunizations, and that's all he really, the basic stuff that he, they weighed him and all that kind of stuff. He is in, what they say it was, I want to say the 20th? It could be the 40th percentile for his weight. 40th? And for his height, he just shot right up there. He's in the 60th percentile for his height. So, a long time back, if you go way back, they said failure to thrive was, the term failure to thrive was tossed around because he just wasn't getting past like the 3rd percentile for his height and weight, and he was actually kind of going down because he had at one point gotten up to the 10th percentile and then went back down to like the 5th, and anyway, he's doing really good as far as that goes. So they asked if we had any concerns, which I bring up the same main 2 issues every single time I go to the doctor. And that is his eating, because he chokes an awful lot or gags on his food or has a hard time swallowing and that kind of stuff, which I just did a video about that the other day. And I also just did a video about his head banging and rocking in his crib and those kind of things. So me and my husband were both there, and we brought that up to the doctor. And the one other thing I had was concerns with was he has a hernia. He's had it since he was an infant, right down the middle of his stomach. So they checked that again. But I also noticed what looks like a large pea right above his belly button under the skin, like another lump, and that was new. So they said he developed a new hernia. It's an umbilical hernia, which usually is in the belly button, but for him it's right above his belly button. Again, they said it should go away on its own and that we will just have to come back and get it checked later on in time. So that's not an issue at all. So his growth's doing good. Developmentally, he's getting there. He's starting to talk more. He's putting some smaller sentences together, 3 and 4 word sentences together. He knows his name. He doesn't know his colors yet. He doesn't, like, if you ask him, if you show him a bunch of animals and say, where's the cow? He doesn't really know. He thinks they're all puppies at this point. He does know what a horse is, a puppy, a cat, and a hippo. And if you ask him, like, what does the puppy say? What does the cat say? He doesn't get that yet. So that's kind of where he's at with that end of things. So she looked him over and said that there is a few concerns, that if you look back in his chart, he was kind of delayed on a lot of things like crawling, sitting up, doing the pincher grasp, eating, grabbing toys, and all that kind of stuff. So she said because we have a child who's on the autism spectrum, and we have others in our family as well that are either autistic or on the spectrum. And I know they're changing the whole terminology on that and the whole diagnosis process, so I'm not sure exactly how that works now. But they suggested that we take him to the developmentalist, and they referred us to 2 different ones, so we get to choose. And most likely we'll go to the same one that we use for Trevor. And they're just going to kind of, check him out. And she said it can be normal. And she said the severity of which he's banging his head kind of worries her a little bit. So they just want to be on the safe side and get him checked out. So we are going to do that. There is about a 6-month wait to get into that specialist. So what I would suggest to anybody else going through the same scenario is ask to be put on a list for if someone cancels. We did that with Trevor, and we got in like a week. So we got really lucky. I don't anticipate us getting in that quickly with Jackson, but fingers crossed. So as far as the headbanging and the delays and stuff, that's where we're going to go for that. Now for choking, she referred us to an ENT, And she said something about his oral laryngeal something or other, and she wants to check his formations and make sure everything's good and there's no deformities that's causing the eating issues. So we're gonna go do that first. If that all checks out okay, or even if it doesn't, then we'll go to an OT, or an occupational therapist, and he's going to get, I'm thinking reviewed, but it's not reviewed. My brain's like, yeah, they're gonna, I can't think of it. They're going to check him over and see if he needs therapy, and if he does, how much. So basically they're trying to figure out if it's a physical thing that's causing the eating issues, or if it's like he's having problems with eating technique and texture. So, assessment. That's what it was, not a review. They're going to do an assessment. So, yeah, overall, I mean, he's healthy, he's growing, he's developing, like, he's doing really, really good. There's just a few things that are kind of concerning us, and like I told the doctor, part of it could be me being a little bit more cautious because there is so many people in our family on the autism spectrum, or, you know, I don't know. So I think it's them being cautious and wanting to ease our mind, and just a few red flags are up to begin with. So that's kind of the route we're going. I'm not upset about it or anything like that. If anything is going on, I would rather know about it now than wait till he's 4 or 5 like I did with Trevor. But either way, no big deal. It is what it is. So that's about it for his 2-year update, and I just cannot believe I keep saying that every time he has like a month goes by or a year goes by. It's like, holy cow, he is 2 years old already. Like, it just seems crazy to me that my baby, my last baby ever, is already 2. So anyway, if your child has any eating issues that kind of mimic what my son's going through, let me know what it was. Was it just a phase they went through, or was there something going on, or did they need therapy? He was in feeding therapy before, but like I said in the last video that I did on this issue, he graduated from therapy because he had less than a 50% delay in eating technique. So, and then this time, instead of doing the feeding therapist and speech therapist, they're doing an occupational therapist. So I don't know exactly what the difference is there when it's related to eating. I really don't know. And I don't know how long it'll take before I get in for that appointment either. It's for the ENT. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see, and I will update you guys whenever that happens. Yeah, my gut feeling is telling me it's just an eating technique. He's really tongue-tied. They did clip it when he was 2 weeks old, the whatever it is, the web under your tongue. They clipped it when he was 2 weeks old. I think that has a big part in his eating issues, is his being so tongue-tied. And as for autism and all that kind of stuff, I really don't think he's autistic. I really don't think he's even got Asperger's or anything like that, but I could be surprised. I mean, he's only 2, so it's really hard to differentiate what's normal and what's not normal, and I don't even like to use the word normal, because really what's normal anyway. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.